To begin today, I want you to hit like, share, subscribe. Share this with your friends, share this with everybody. Say hello to my little kitten, Lil. This is my baby girl. She helps me come up with some of these ideas, and this is actually hers today. So today I'm not actually going to be cooking anything. I'm going to actually just do a quick little video just for fun. I've got a bunch of questions over the last couple of weeks, and I want to address them. So this is called 10 Questions with Poul. First question is, number one, it's from Judy W. Dear Chef Poul, should I be using canned tomatoes or fresh? Depends on what you're doing. If you're making a tomato sandwich, a sub, or something that's drier and you just want to put tomatoes on, fresh tomatoes is fine. But if you're going to cook or make sauce out of it, you want to make homemade ketchup, barbecue sauce, spaghetti sauce, canned tomatoes by far is the most wonderful thing in the world. They're fresher, they actually give you a much better texture, they taste better, and all the nutrients are still locked in. So Judy, that's a good question. Definitely canned tomatoes. If you're going to make spaghetti, it's so much better to do it yourself and buy this cheap garbage that you get in the stores, because that's all it is. Don't worry, I have a wife to clean up after me. Question number 2 is from Holly M. And she would like to ask, should I boil my broccoli? No, you should not. When you boil vegetables, and especially broccoli, you're getting rid of a lot of the nutrients, a lot of the vitamins are being boiled out. You're better off broiling them or baking them in the oven for a little bit. Put a little bit of extra olive oil on there, extra olive virgin oil. Put a little bit of spice to it, some red pepper flakes if you will. A little bit better, it'll come out nicer. And by all means, with broccoli, even do the stems. Peel them and do them a little bit longer than you would the rest. So, good question, Holly M. Love you, Mom. Question number 3 comes from Sativa. Is Atlantic lobster really that good? Well, the answer to your question, Sativa, and forgive her name, she's one of our really good friends, and love her to death. But if you meet the woman, you'd be very blessed. She's a very good woman. The answer is absolutely yes. Atlantic lobster is the best in the world. It's fresh, it's got that great texture to it, it's great to cook with, and it tastes absolutely amazing. Really amazing, and that's another reason why you need the Halifax. Can't get enough lobster. Question number 4 comes from Bonnie. Where are all these people coming from? Why are diets so special? Well, you know what? I'm glad somebody asked. You have diabetics. You have people that are taking keto diets. You have people that have had heart attacks, diabetes, lots of different ailments. And you know what? Each and every single one of them have a different need. Certain things they're not allowed to have, certain things they should have, different things that they should have lower content of. So if you're talking to your buddy and they say they're on a diet, you might want to find out what exactly their diet is, what they need. If Amy or I ever invite somebody to our house to eat, we try to find out if they have any allergies, if they are on some kind of a special diet, or if my diabetic diet is going to hurt them. It's very important, and you know what? You don't want to hurt somebody by trying to feed them something they really don't want to have. I'm diabetic, and if somebody walks in my house with donuts or brownies, they try to offer it to me, and I get a weak moment, yeah, it's not going to go well. I'll probably want it because I'm only human, but that's what it is. Number 5, Sooks. Interesting. Is fast food really that bad? Well, that's a triggered question. Having fast food every now and again isn't really that bad. It really isn't. As long as you know what your dietary restrictions are, you know what you can handle and what you can't, having fast food every now and again is not a bad thing. Having fast food every day is. Eating it a lot is really bad. Fast food tends to be a lower grade of meat. A lot of times it's just too much sugar in it. you'll gain more weight that way. It's not good. Number 6, Lady G. What is a donair? Well, Lady G, I'm really glad you asked, but if you take a moment and go back to some of my old videos, I've made a video on this already. A donair is very much a Halifax dish. It's a very good dish. It's sweet. It's not something you eat every day. It is not exactly the most healthy thing in the world, but it is good. And if you get it from a place that makes it a little bit more quality, it will taste better. Typically, it's made from lamb. However, it's not unheard of to have it made of beef. It's more of a kind of a meat loaf with a lot of different spices to it, with a sweet sauce, onion, tomato, and cheese. Really good dish. If you're from Ontario, no, you don't know what a donair is. Follow my recipe, you'll get a real one. You get past the Maritimes, and they call a donair, but they make it with a sour sauce, which is more of a tzatziki sauce or something like that. And it's really called a gyro, but it's not a donair. Number 7, Luna. Should I host a gnome for dinner? Absolutely not. Gnomes are disgusting creatures. They're perverts. You invite them in your house, and you don't know what they're going to do. You see them outside the window, and you see them always peeking through. They're just waiting for you to walk around and compromise precision, and you don't know who they're talking to. Gnomes are just dirty creatures. Just get rid of your gnomes. Number 8, John. Is it wrong to think I know everything about food? Absolutely is. I don't care if you're 100 years old, or you're 19, or you only act like you're 14. Doesn't make a difference. Nobody knows everything. Guaranteed. You come to the land of Canada, we have the way we talk, you have the way we cook and prep things. You go to Ontario and the rest of the provinces, people are going to do things a little bit differently as those states. In the United States, our idea of what we get from Americans is bigger is better, and if that's the way you think, you're going to have a little bit of a problem, because it's not always the case, because sometimes if you eat too much, it's not a good thing for you. One lesson I had to teach my wife early on is bigger is not better, because it's one thing to have a little slice of chocolate cake, but if you take the whole chocolate cake and eat all in one sitting, that's not good for you, and I think Amy needs to learn a lesson on that. And again, I have a good cleaner in the house, and she don't mind. Do you?
No.
Number 9, Reeves. Really good friend from Dallas, Texas. Big sweetheart, absolutely wonderful woman. So she asked, how important is the ration of carbs to veggies? Well, here's the thing. When I'm talking about carbs, we're talking about potatoes, rice, stuff like that. Having a little bit of that is cool, but you should always have more veggies. To be honest with you, I don't know that I've ever heard of somebody having a diet where they're not allowed to have veggies. Being a diabetic, I can eat as much veggies as I want. No problem. I can have as much. Not going to be a big deal. I think anybody can agree with me on that. When we're talking about carbs, have a few potatoes, or a big, or a large one, small ones, whatever, right? Rice is also good. It's a nice, a little bit lighter, but try to stick with the brown. Brown's a little bit better. So, I mean, having a little bit of carbs isn't bad. Just don't go overboard with it. I know there's a lot of people that have to have their meat and potatoes, but you know, have your meats, your protein, have a little bit of carbs, but try to have a lot more veggies. I mean, as long as you're not 10 years old, I mean, veggies shouldn't be a scary thing. Number 10, Mary. What is your favorite meat to work with? Well, thanks, Mary. I haven't done it on a video yet, but I'm going to. My favorite's chicken. I have a sausage grinder, meat grinder on the way, and I'm going to be making chicken sausage with it. I like making stuffed chicken. chicken's very versatile, and you're talking about meats and things that people like to eat. Not too many people are going to turn around and tell you they don't like chicken. Most people tell you they do. There are some people who can't. I have a good friend that can't eat chicken at all, but they can eat turkey. It's very versatile. It's not as expensive as people think. If you look for a deal, you can get a whole chicken, you can cook that. You can make chicken wings, chicken thighs. You can have regular chicken breast, stuffed chicken. There's so many things you can do with chicken. Chicken parmesan. It's really good. I think Amy would actually like it more if you can make chocolate out of it, but sorry, Amy, it's just chocolate's not the whole world. So yeah, thanks for the question, because you know what? I absolutely love chicken. Question number bonus, and I had to actually do this one because it was the most phenomenal one I found on the website that blew my mind. She starts off phoning AI and then starts going off on it and wants to be anonymous. I'm not sure who AI is. So AI's question is, should I have chocolate for every meal? That sounds like a Dutch thing to me, to be honest with you. No, you shouldn't have chocolate for every meal. I would say maybe a piece of chocolate once a week should be good enough. Chocolate for every meal is not a good thing. This reminds me of my wife, actually. I go to visit her family, and she has, I'm not going to mention names, because the person I'm talking about is an absolutely lovely person, love her to death. But I feel like every meal they have has to have chocolate in it. For breakfast, snack, lunch, snack, supper, snack. And they probably have chocolate drinks all day long too. Trust me, I mean, when Amy first moved here, I had to have a huge box of hot chocolate sitting here every day. I'd go out and make a chocolate cake, go to work, and it was gone. Heck, I went and made a chocolate cake once, I had cigarettes, came back, and it was gone. No, it's not okay to have chocolate in every meal. It's not even good to have chocolate every day. Having chocolate as a treat is good, but, you know, try to limit it. Have it as a treat, then it's going to be more special. So AI Anonymous sounds a lot like Amy. Is it you, Amy?
No.
I think it was. No, Amy, you cannot have chocolate in every meal. It's not a good thing. So if you guys have questions, something you want me to cover, ask, send me an email, send me something on Facebook, put something in the comments of the video. I'll be more than happy to answer them, and you never know, I might even put a special video just for what you're asking. I feel this one had to be asked, had to be answered, because Lord forbid somebody actually talks for a meal. Wow. So anyways, like, subscribe, and share. Please put the word out here. I really like to help people get a healthier lifestyle, and for now, thank you for joining. Have a great day.